From GNN, the global news network, a division of Totown Communications Company Japan. Japan Journal. With Mal Adams. A Black Buddha Productions joint, of Japan. And now, your host, Malcolm W. Adams.
Welcome to Japan Journal with Mal Adams, where the truth is spoken, the issues are laid bare, and the voices of the people are heard loud and clear. Today, we stand at a critical juncture in American history. This November, we have the power to change the course of our nation by electing Kamila Harris as the next president of the United States. But that change depends on you, on each and every one of us getting out the vote. My brothers and sisters, especially those of us in the Black community, it's time to rise up and make our voices heard. This election is about more than just politics. It's about the very principles that define our existence: freedom, justice, equality, peace, and prosperity. We cannot afford to stay silent because silence is violence. We must speak out for the right to quality health care for all, because our health is not a privilege, but a human right. We must stand up for a woman's right to choose, because control over our own bodies is fundamental to our freedom. And let us be clear, we do not hate white folks, but we hate the poison of white supremacy that has plagued this nation for far too long. We do not hate cops, but we hate the brutality that strips away our humanity and denies us justice. We do not hate soldiers, but we despise the horrors of war that devastate lives and destroy peace. We do not hate rich people, but we hate a system of capitalism that allows an elite 1% to thrive while the rest of us struggle to survive. Brother Malcolm of Japan stands with Kamala Harris because she stands with us. She fights for new policies that will lift us all, policies that will bring about the change we desperately need. But she cannot do it alone. We must do our part. We must vote, and we must vote in numbers too great to ignore. Our silence will only perpetuate the violence of the status quo. But our voices can bring about the justice we seek. So today I urge you, I implore you, get out the vote. Speak out, stand up, and make your voice heard. This is our moment, and we cannot let it slip away. Kamala Harris needs our support to lead this nation towards a brighter, more just future. Let's make it happen for freedom, justice, for equality, for peace, and for prosperity for all of us. The struggle continues, but so does our resolve. This November, let's make history together. Vote for Kamala Harris, and let's build a future where every voice counts, every life matters, and every dream is within reach. Thank you all very much for watching Japan Journal with yours truly, Mal Adams. Now let's get out the vote, okay? Raise your voice, stand up. Don't be silent, because silence is violence. And let's take up the fight, because as Kamala Harris says, when we fight, we win. Yeah, let's do this. All right, thank y'all. Now here's a piece I wrote a few years ago for the Obama campaign. Let's see if it applies today. Check this out.
I don't hate white people. I hate the system of white supremacy that gives them asymmetrical power and unmerited privilege. I don't hate cops. I hate the pattern of police brutality that systematically harasses and kills black people and other people of color with impunity. I don't hate soldiers. I hate the horror of war that terrorizes the most politically and economically vulnerable among us. I don't hate rich people. I hate the system of capitalism that creates an elite 1% at the expense of the rest of us. It is precisely because of my love for humanity that I get enraged at systems that prevent people from flourishing and being free. It's frustrating to see my righteous anger and indignation at unjust systems interpreted as hatred for individuals. But it's more frustrating to see the oppressed suffer while those maladjusted to injustice remain silent. I won't be silent. Silence is violence. And don't tell me that I'm playing the race card. This is an idea held by generations of American citizens who believe that America is a constant work in progress, who believe that loving our country requires more than singing its praises or avoiding uncomfortable truths. It requires the occasional disruption, the willingness to speak out for what is right, the shake-up of the status quo. That's America. That's what makes us unique. That's what cements our reputation of a beacon of opportunity. We just need to open our eyes and our ears and our hearts to know that America's racial history still casts its long shadow upon us. There is nothing that America can't handle if we look squarely at the problem. That's all I'm saying. Pause. Think about it. Don't be silent. Silence is violence. Hotel.
The camera shows an American flag fluttering in the breeze, followed by scenes of diverse communities before focusing on Mal Adams at a desk with a determined expression. Welcome to Japan Journal with Mal Adams. Today, we stand at a critical juncture in American history. This November, we have the power to change our nation by electing Kamala Harris as the next President of the United States. But that change depends on each and every one of us getting out the vote. My brothers and sisters, especially those of us in the Black community, it's time to rise up and make our voices heard. This election is about more than politics. It's about freedom, justice, equality, and prosperity. Silence is violence. We must stand up for our rights and against the injustices that have plagued our nation for too long. Kamala Harris stands with us, but she cannot do it alone. We must vote in numbers too great to ignore. So today I urge you, get out the vote. Speak out, stand up, and make your voice heard. This is our moment. Let's make it happen. The struggle continues, but so does our resolve. This November, let's make history together. Vote for Kamala Harris, and let's build a future where every voice counts. Thank you for watching Japan Journal with Mal Adams. Let's get out the vote.
From GNN, the Global News Network, a division of Totown Communications Company Japan. Japan Journal. With Mal Adams. A Black Buddha Productions joint of Japan.